Beautiful. My name is Ja. If you are new to my channel, welcome. In today's video, we will be talking about the effects that trauma can cause by living in the subconscious mind. And in order for you to really live the life you dream of, you must heal from it. Have you ever felt feelings of being trapped, like something was buried deep down inside of you and you couldn't figure out how to shake that? Trust me, I get it because I used to feel the same way, almost like something that was trapped but kept resurfacing in unexpected ways. Let me give you an example of one that recently occurred. Something that recently occurred, the day started off normal, like just a regular day, right? I was thinking about what I was gonna make for dinner and I ended up going to Walmart. Well, get into Walmart and we're doing our shopping, and then we go into the self checkout to start checking out. Well, my son is scanning items along with me because he's wanting to help. So I'm just scanning on, the regular scanner, and he's using the gun to scan items, but he's moving a little bit slowly trying to find the barcode. So I'm just, scanning away, and I'm making sure that whatever he's scanning over here, I can hear it go off so that I can then put it in a bag. So I guess we weren't supposed to be doing that. And so the worker comes over and he's like, he can't use the scanner for the smaller items. Those are just for bigger items. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I put the scanner back, and then so then I proceed to scan on top of the regular scanner, right? Well, something happens on the screen where it's like an associate will be right with you. The associate comes over and there's the manager there as well. He's like inside of the little area, the self-checkout area. So the associate comes over and I'm like, hey, can you help me? And he's like, yeah. So he's putting in whatever. And then he goes back to the manager and he's like, the associate goes back over to the manager and he's like, so do I just let it go off? And then the manager was like, he said something and he's on his walkie-talkie phone, whatever he's on. They're just standing there at this point, and I'm just like, can somebody please help me? So at this point, I'm a little bit frustrated because I'm trying to leave, trying to be on schedule, go home, make dinner really fast, and, put the kids to bed and all of that, right? So I'm a little frustrated at this time. I'm probably standing there for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And so I was just like, okay, whatever. So I grabbed all of my bags, put them in my basket, and I just proceeded to go into the checkout lane, right? Because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. This is a little bit weird for me. So then I see the manager pass by the checkout lane, and he's on his phone or walkie-talkie or whatever. And then after he passes by, because he looks at me, he passes by, and then I see, two ladies at the customer service. They look at my register. Then the cashier look at me, and I'm like, what is going on? So then the girl from the customer service comes over, or the woman, excuse me, she comes over and she says something to the cashier, and the cashier says this order, and the lady's like, yeah. And so I looked at the cashier and I was like, what is going on? And she was like, I don't know. So in conclusion, they thought that I was trying to steal something. Now, that really messed with me. It got to me a lot. Even though I know that I wasn't stealing anything, I think the fact that they thought that I was stealing something just kind of frustrated me a little bit because I love Walmart and I spend a lot of money in Walmart. But I started to think a little differently because I'm like, okay, well, maybe, I have to think like this is their job and they're just doing their job. They don't know me at all. I mean, maybe they were, what is it called? Like profiling me, single mom, don't have enough money. She's using her kid to steal. I don't know. Okay. But I didn't want to accept that because I was like, I am not a thief. I am not stealing absolutely anything from this store just because I was allowing my kids to scan stuff. Okay. But anyway, so, I talked to a friend and they were just like, well, maybe it's something that was buried inside of your subconscious and it just happened to come out in a different way, And I was like, that makes so much sense. So in conclusion, I came to terms with maybe there was something that happened in my life where I was somebody judged my character, and that really like bugged bothered me, you know, and I kept that inside of my body for so long, and finally it kind of just came out in that form, you know, because they were definitely judging my character and I did not like that, right? So because I was able to, you know, figure that out, it just made me feel a lot better, because now I know what that looks like. You know, now I understand why it bothered me so much and my energy was just all off, you know? Now I get it. So it just made me feel a lot better that I was able to figure that out. Now, whenever it comes up for me, I'll be able to acknowledge it and heal from it, because just as long as we know who we are, that's all that matters. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the conscious and subconscious mind, let me explain a little so it makes sense. Now, I know it's a lot easier when you can see a visual, so let's start here. Here we have the conscious mind. We have some things that we do unconsciously, like sight, so we see, we hear, smell, taste, and touch. These are things we do that we don't necessarily have to think about, okay? So the conscious mind chooses thoughts and can accept or reject information brought to it. When you have chosen to accept something to be true, your mind then creates a picture. That picture is then stored into your subconscious mind, which is the body. Now, this is the subconscious mind, the body. It is where feelings are stored, images, ideas, and thoughts. When you were born with a subconscious mind. It is where you were genetically programmed, environmentally programmed. You were taught to do things, you were taught to do certain things from the environment you grew up in. And they were taught by their environment, which it's then passed down from generation to generation. Hence the genetically programmed. Now, the subconscious mind expresses action. So whatever is suppressed, it will express action into the world. The subconscious mind also cannot determine the difference between what is real and what is imagined. So that is why what you think about is very important. Now that we have a little bit more understanding of the conscious and subconscious mind, let's talk about how do we actually heal from the feelings that won't let us sleep. When you go through some kind of trauma, and trauma can look different for everyone, it has a way of imprinting itself on our psyche, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Sometimes trauma manifests itself in ways that we don't recognize immediately. That can look like depression, anxiety, physical symptoms like headaches, stomach aches, and things like that. This is the subconscious mind's way of crying out for attention, begging to be acknowledged and healed. So it's really important to address these symptoms and develop a mind-body connection. It begins with awareness. The first thing you could do to heal is by recognizing when these emotions and sensations occur and acknowledging their connection to the past experiences and help break the cycle. I know that it's hard going back into the past to face past traumas. However, it is very important that we heal, because by avoiding them will only give them more power over us. And who wants that? You have to remember that we are living the life that is for us, not one that our mind has created based on fear. Fear is what will prevent you from living. You will be afraid to go out because you have so much anxiety. You will be afraid to follow your dreams because of failure. Now, depression is symptoms of the past. Anxiety is symptoms of the future. It is essential to have coping strategies in place. That way, if you are feeling overwhelmed, you can ground yourself and come back to the present moment. It's all about staying present and not allowing the past to dictate your present moment. Healing is a journey, but if you can always stay present, patient, and kind to yourself, you will slowly see the things around you start changing also. Remember that we are all living this life for the first time, so make sure that you make this life the best life that you can make it. Let us embark on this journey together, confronting our shadows with courage and compassion, knowing that in doing so, we reclaim control over our minds and our lives. As always, I wish you the best of luck in your journey, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.